Bees, small creatures often overlooked, play a vital role in balancing ecosystems and ensuring the survival of countless species, including our own. They are more than mere honey producers. They are essential pollinators that guarantee plant reproduction, directly contributing to food production and biological diversity. However, despite their importance, bees face significant challenges due to human actions such as pesticide use, habitat loss, and climate change. Understanding more about these fascinating creatures, their characteristics, behaviors, and the impact they have on our lives is crucial to recognizing their importance and taking action to preserve them. Below, we will explore 45 interesting facts about bees that highlight their incredible complexity and the urgent need to protect them. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you enjoy this kind of content. 1. Diversity. Bees represent one of the most diverse orders of insects, with over 20,000 documented species worldwide. This incredible diversity includes everything from small, solitary bees that live and work alone to large, social honeybees that live in highly organized hives. Bees can vary drastically in size, from tiny dwarf bees measuring just 2 millimeters in length to the gigantic Wallace's bees with wingspans of up to 6 centimeters. Additionally, they display a wide range of colors such as black, yellow, red, green, and even blue, with some species having complex patterns that serve both camouflage and communication purposes. This vast spectrum of physical and behavioral characteristics reflects the adaptation of bees to almost every terrestrial environment, from tropical rainforests to deserts, playing crucial roles in pollinating a wide variety of plants. 2. Ancient origins. Bees have an evolutionary history that dates back about 100 million years, emerging during the Cretaceous period when flowering plants were beginning to diversify significantly. Fossil evidence suggests that early bees evolved from carnivorous ancestors, adapting to feed on pollen and nectar as flowering plants became predominant. This coevolution resulted in a symbiotic relationship between bees and plants, where bees, while foraging for food, perform pollination, an essential process for plant reproduction. This evolutionary interaction has shaped the biodiversity of modern ecosystems, with bees playing a central role in maintaining the health and diversity of flowering plants. 3. Communication. Bee communication is extremely sophisticated, particularly concerning the waggle dance. When a worker bee finds a rich food source, it returns to the hive and performs a unique dance on the honeycomb. This dance, which can be in the form of a figure eight or circles, conveys precise information about the food's location. The direction of the dance relative to the angle of the sun indicates the direction of the nectar source, while the duration and intensity of the movements indicate the distance. Additionally, the bee also emits vibrations and releases pheromones that reinforce the communicated information, allowing other bees to find the food quickly and efficiently. 4. Ultraviolet vision. Bees have vision adapted to see a world very different from ours. They possess 3 types of photoreceptors in their compound eyes, enabling them to see colors in the ultraviolet spectrum, as well as blue and green. This ability to perceive ultraviolet light is particularly useful for bees, as many flowers have ultraviolet patterns invisible to the human eye, known as nectar guides, which lead bees directly to nectar and pollen. This not only facilitates the bees' feeding, but also maximizes pollination efficiency, benefiting both plants and insects. 5. Pollination. Bees are the most important pollinators in the world, responsible for pollinating approximately 75% of global food crops. Without the pollination activities of bees, the production of many fruits, vegetables, and nuts would drop drastically, leading to significant food shortages. In addition to cultivated plants, bees also pollinate a wide range of wild plants, which are crucial for maintaining natural ecosystems and biodiversity. The pollination performed by bees not only ensures plant reproduction, but also contributes to the formation of quality fruits and seeds, essential for the food chain and sustainable agriculture. 6. Short lifespan. The life of worker bees is characterized by intense activity during the warmer months. In summer, when flowers are in full bloom, a worker bee lives on average only 6 weeks, during which it performs various tasks within the hive, from cleaning and feeding larvae to collecting nectar and pollen. Bees born in the autumn, however, have a significantly longer life expectancy, up to 6 months. They need to survive the winter and keep the hive warm by consuming stored honey and clustering around the queen to generate heat. 7. Social organization. The social structure of hives is an impressive example of organization and efficiency. A typical hive houses a single queen, who is the mother of all bees in the hive and whose primary function is reproduction. Worker bees, which are infertile females, perform all the necessary tasks for the hive's functioning, from collecting nectar and pollen to building honeycomb and defending the hive. Drones, the male bees, have the sole function of mating with the queen. This social organization allows the hive to function as a superorganism, with each bee performing a specific role to ensure the hive's survival and success. 8. Lone queen. In a hive, the queen is the only fertile bee, and her presence is crucial for the hive's stability. The queen is responsible for laying eggs, capable of depositing up to 2,000 eggs per day during the reproductive season. She is constantly attended to by worker bees, who feed her with royal jelly, a nutritious substance consumed only by the queen. The queen also emits pheromones that help maintain social cohesion in the hive, regulating the behavior of workers and preventing them from developing their own reproductive organs. If the queen dies or becomes unproductive, the workers quickly begin the process of creating a new queen by feeding a selected larva exclusively with royal jelly. 9. Long flights. Worker bees are true adventurers, capable of covering large distances in search of flowers. They can fly up to 8 kilometers away from the hive to find nectar, and even at that distance, they can return with precision thanks to their excellent spatial memory and ability to use the sun as a reference. This navigational ability allows bees to explore a vast area in search of food, which is essential for the hive's survival, especially during times of flower scarcity. 10. Honey production. Honey production is a process that requires a tremendous amount of work from the bees. To produce 1 kilogram of honey, bees need to collect nectar from about 4 million flowers and fly a total distance equivalent to 3 trips around the Earth. The nectar, once collected, is stored in a special pouch in the bee's abdomen and transported back to the hive, where it is regurgitated and passed from bee to bee until its sugar concentration is sufficient to transform into honey. The honey is then stored in the honeycomb and sealed with wax, where it can be used as food for the hive during the winter months. 11. Eternal food. Honey is known for its durability, capable of remaining fit for consumption for thousands of years. This longevity is due to honey's low water content, which prevents microorganism growth, and the presence of hydrogen peroxide, which has antibacterial properties. Jars of honey found in Egyptian tombs, over 3,000 years old, were still in perfect condition. Besides being a food, honey has been used throughout history as a natural remedy due to its healing properties, being applied to wounds to speed up healing and ingested to relieve sore throats and other ailments. 12. Honeycomb. Honeycombs are a marvel of natural engineering. Built from beeswax, honeycombs are made up of perfect hexagonal cells, one of the most efficient geometric shapes for maximizing space and minimizing material use. This structure allows bees to store large amounts of honey and pollen, as well as providing chambers for larval development. The construction of honeycombs is a collaborative process, with bees working together to mold the wax into precise and symmetrical cells, ensuring the stability and efficiency of the hive. 13. Hive temperature. bees are masters at controlling the microclimate inside the hive. They manage to maintain a constant internal temperature of about 34 degrees Celsius, regardless of external weather conditions. In the summer heat, bees ventilate the hive by rapidly fluttering their wings, creating an airflow that helps cool the interior. During winter, bees cluster around the queen and vibrate their flight muscles to generate heat, keeping the hive warm enough to survive the cold months. This precise temperature control is vital for the hive's health, especially for larval development. 14. Smoking. The practice of using smoke to calm bees is an ancient technique employed by beekeepers during hive manipulation. When smoke is directed at the hive entrance, it triggers an instinctive response in the bees, causing them to prepare for a potential escape in case of fire, which was common in prehistoric times. Upon sensing the smoke, bees start consuming large amounts of honey, filling their stomachs. This behavior has a calming effect, as a bee with a full honey stomach finds it difficult to bend and sting. Additionally, smoke masks the alarm pheromones released by guard bees, which are responsible for alerting the hive to potential threats. Without these chemical signals, bees become less aggressive and easier to handle, allowing the beekeeper to inspect the hive, collect honey, or perform other necessary tasks without provoking a mass defensive response. 15. Flower fidelity. Bees exhibit remarkable fidelity to a single flower species throughout a foraging day. This behavior, known as floral constancy, is essential for pollination efficiency. When a worker bee finds a flower that provides a good source of nectar or pollen, it tends to continue visiting flowers of the same species, ignoring other varieties even if they are nearby. This specialization is extremely beneficial to plants, as it increases the likelihood that pollen from one flower will be transferred to another of the same species, ensuring cross-fertilization and seed production. Additionally, floral constancy is advantageous for bees as it reduces the time and energy spent searching for new food sources, increasing foraging efficiency and hive productivity. 16. Solitary bees. While most people associate bees with social hives where hundreds or thousands of bees live together under a queen, many bee species are solitary. Solitary bees, such as carpenter bees and leafcutter bees, do not form colonies. Each female builds and cares for her own nest, which can be a cavity in wood, in the ground, or in other natural structures. They gather pollen and nectar into small cells within the nest and lay a single egg in each cell before sealing it. These bees do not have a queen, and since they are solitary, each female is responsible for her own offspring without the help of other bees. Although they are less known than social bees, solitary bees play a crucial role in pollinating many wild and agricultural plants. 17. Pheromones. Pheromones are chemical signals released by bees to coordinate activities within the hive and regulate social behavior. The queen bee, in particular, produces pheromones that are essential for the hive's cohesion and stability. These pheromones inform worker bees about the queen's presence and health, helping to maintain social order. When the queen's pheromones are present at adequate levels, workers do not attempt to raise a new queen and continue with their normal tasks such as foraging, feeding larvae, and building honeycombs. Additionally, these pheromones play a role in regulating egg laying, ensuring that only the queen lays fertilized eggs while workers remain infertile. 18. Collective attack. Bees have an extremely efficient defense system based on chemical communication. When a bee stings, it releases alarm pheromones that serve as a signal to other bees in the hive. These pheromones alert the workers to the presence of a threat, triggering a collective attack behavior. Bees are attracted to the smell of the alarm pheromones and concentrate their attacks on the location where the initial sting occurred. This type of collective defense is particularly effective against large predators who can be overwhelmed by the number of stings. However, for humans, this response can be dangerous, especially if many bees are involved. Once the attack begins, bees can become extremely aggressive, defending the hive until the threat is neutralized or until they exhaust themselves. 19. Beeswax. Beeswax is a remarkable material produced by worker bees from special glands located in their abdomen. When these glands secrete wax, it appears as small white scales. Bees then chew these scales to soften them, shaping the wax into perfect hexagonal cells that form the honeycomb inside the hive. These cells are used to store honey and pollen, as well as for rearing larvae. The hexagonal structure is ideal, providing maximum storage capacity with minimal material and is incredibly strong. Additionally, beeswax has been used by humans for thousands of years in a variety of applications, from candles to cosmetics and medicinal products, due to its natural properties and ability to be molded into different shapes. 20. Flight speed. Bees are known for their speed and agility in flight. With an average speed of up to 24 kilometers per hour, they can cover large distances in a short time, which is essential for efficient foraging. The ability to fly quickly allows bees to access nectar and pollen sources that are far from the hive, exploring a larger area and ensuring food diversity. Additionally, this speed is crucial in defending the hive, allowing bees to respond quickly to threats and intruders. The aerodynamics of the bee's body, with its wings vibrating at high frequency, is an example of evolutionary adaptation that maximizes energy efficiency during flight. 21. Carrying capacity. Bees are incredibly strong for their size. A worker bee can carry up to half of its body weight in nectar, which it stores in a honey sac located in its abdomen. This carrying capacity is crucial for the hive's survival, as it allows bees to collect and transport large amounts of nectar and pollen back to the hive, where they are processed and stored as honey and food for the larvae. Additionally, bees have a special adaptation that enables them to fly while carrying heavy loads, adjusting the frequency of their wing beats and body position to maintain balance and stability during flight. 22. Stinger loss. The stinger of female worker bees is a powerful defense tool, but also a sacrificial weapon. When a bee stings a mammal, such as a human, the serrated stinger becomes lodged in the skin. In trying to free itself, the bee ends up tearing part of its abdomen, resulting in its death. However, even after the bee separates from the stinger, it continues to release venom and alarm pheromones, signaling other bees to attack the intruder. This defense mechanism evolved to protect the hive from predators, but it comes at a high cost for the individual bee. Interestingly, bees can sting repeatedly other insects and pests without losing their stinger, as their thinner skins do not trap the stinger in the same way as mammalian skin. 23. Drones. Drones are the males of the hive, and their primary function is to mate with the queen during mating flights. They do not have a stinger, meaning they cannot defend the hive. Their lifespan is relatively short, and after mating, most drones die quickly. During mating, drones transfer sperm to the queen, which she will store and use to fertilize eggs throughout her life. Those drones that do not mate are eventually expelled from the hive by worker bees in the fall, as they no longer have a useful function after the mating season. Without the protection of the hive, drones quickly die from starvation or cold, completing a life cycle centered around species perpetuation. 24. Life cycle. The life cycle of worker bees, lasting about 21 days, is a carefully orchestrated process that ensures the efficiency and continuity of the hive. After the queen lays eggs, each developmental stage is critical in preparing young bees for their roles. In the larval stage, larvae are fed a diet rich in royal jelly, honey, and pollen, providing the necessary nutrients for rapid growth. During the pupal stage, larvae undergo a complete transformation, developing wings, legs, and other essential organs. This stage is crucial for the development of the morphological and functional characteristics of adult bees. Once they emerge as adult bees, They go through an adaptation period where they gradually learn and assume their roles within the hive, such as caring for larvae, maintaining cleanliness, and defending the colony. The cycle is well coordinated to ensure there is always an adequate population of worker bees to sustain and protect the hive. 25. Winter in the hive. Winter presents significant challenges for bees, as they need to keep the hive warm and protected from low temperatures. Bees form a cluster around the queen, who remains at the center, while the other bees gather around her. The heat generated by vibrating flight muscles is crucial for maintaining the internal hive temperature, which can be kept around 30 degrees Celsius to 35 degrees Celsius. This behavior is essential for the colony's survival, as low temperatures can impair the bees' health and compromise the hive's integrity. During winter, bees reduce their activity and consume the stored honey, which provides the necessary energy to maintain vital functions. Efficient consumption of honey is vital, as scarcity can lead to critical situations for the colony's survival. In colder regions, beekeepers may provide additional feeding and insulation to help colonies survive the winter. 26. Africanized bees. Africanized bees are known for their aggressiveness and tendency to attack in large numbers when their hive is threatened. Originating from Africa, they were crossbred with European bees in the 1950s in an attempt to increase honey production. However, this combination resulted in bees with much more intense defensive behavior. Africanized bees have a faster and more violent attack response, which can result in mass attacks, increasing the risk to humans and animals. This behavior is an evolutionary adaptation to protect the colony in natural environments, where aggressiveness can deter predators and invaders. Due to their defensive nature, Africanized bees require special care and careful management, especially in areas where beekeepers and human interactions are common. 27. Honey as medicine. Honey is widely recognized for its therapeutic properties and has been used as a medicine since ancient times. Its effectiveness as an antimicrobial and anti-inflammatory agent is well documented, and modern studies confirm many of its traditional uses. Honey is especially useful in wound healing, as its low moisture content and acidity help maintain a dry and hostile environment for bacteria. It also has antioxidant properties that help reduce oxidative stress in cells, promoting faster recovery. For sore throat relief, honey can be consumed directly or mixed with warm water, providing a soothing effect and helping to reduce inflammation. Additionally, honey is used in home remedies for conditions such as sinusitis and stomach ulcers, leveraging its soothing and antibacterial properties. While honey does not replace professional medical treatments, it can be an effective complement to conventional medicine. 28. Acute sense of smell. Bees' sense of smell is one of the most developed sensory systems in the animal kingdom, allowing them to perform essential tasks for their survival. They have the ability to detect a wide range of chemical compounds emitted by flowers, enabling them to locate nectar and pollen sources with high precision. Bee antennae are covered with thousands of olfactory receptors specialized in detecting different types of odors. When a bee finds a nectar-rich flower, it releases reward pheromones that help inform other bees about the quality and location of the food source. Additionally, bees' sense of smell is crucial for internal hive communication, allowing them to interpret chemical signals and coordinate complex activities, such as comb building and hive defense. 29. Urban bees. The growth of urban beekeeping is a response to the increasing need to promote biodiversity and pollination in urban environments. Urban bees benefit from a variety of nectar and pollen sources, often more available than in agricultural areas where pesticide use may reduce plant diversity. Gardens, parks, and green roofs offer important resources for bees, and cities are becoming increasingly welcoming to beekeeping, encouraging residents to maintain hives in urban spaces. This practice not only helps maintain bee populations, but also raises awareness about the importance of bees for pollination and food production. Urban bees play a vital role in pollinating ornamental plants and urban crops, contributing to the health and sustainability of urban ecosystems. 30. Queen reproduction. Queen reproduction is a highly specialized process that ensures the continuity and health of the colony. During the nuptial flight, the queen mates with several drones in a mating flight that can last several hours. After mating, the queen stores sperm in the spermatheca, a specialized organ in her abdomen, where it can remain viable for several years. This sperm is used to fertilize eggs throughout the queen's life, allowing her to adjust the ratio of workers and drones as needed for colony balance. The queen plays a central role in regulating the hive population and colony continuity, and her ability to control egg fertilization is crucial for the long-term health and success of the hive. 31. Bees and gravity. Bees have a remarkable ability to build perfectly aligned honeycombs, an impressive feat that depends on their perception of gravity. When constructing honeycombs, bees use their gravitational perception to ensure that the hexagonal cells are properly aligned and evenly distributed. This is done through gravitational sensors that help the bees orient the construction of the combs, even when the hive is in different positions or angles. The precise alignment of the hexagonal cells not only maximizes the efficiency of honey and pollen storage, but also provides the necessary structure for larval development and colony support. 32. Small brain. Great skills. Despite their small brains, bees demonstrate remarkable cognitive abilities that rival those of animals with much larger brains. They are capable of performing complex tasks such as spatial navigation, communication through dances, and learning flower patterns. The bee brain processes visual and olfactory information to help them find and remember the best sources of nectar and pollen. Additionally, the bee's communication ability, exemplified by the waggle dance, allows them to share detailed information about food locations with other hive members. This communication is crucial for the organization and efficiency of foraging activities. 33. Chemical weapons. Propolis is one of the most important chemical defenses of bees against pathogens and invaders. Produced from plant resins and mixed with wax, propolis is used to seal cracks and reinforce the hive structure. Its antimicrobial action is crucial for protecting the hive from infections and maintaining a healthy environment. Propolis is also used to create a protective layer around the queen and larvae, helping to prevent diseases and parasites. In addition to its functions within the hive, propolis has been studied and used in traditional medicine to treat various conditions due to its anti-inflammatory and antibacterial properties. 34. Bees and electricity. The ability of bees to detect electric fields around flowers is a fascinating adaptation that helps them optimize nectar collection. Electric fields are generated by the interaction between the flower and pollination, and bees can detect changes in these fields to identify flowers that have been recently visited by others. This avoids competition and allows bees to focus on fresh, unvisited flowers. This skill increases the efficiency of bees in nectar collection and contributes to their ability to sustain the colony and maximize honey production. 35. Sense of direction. The sense of direction in bees is an impressive example of natural navigation. They use the sun as a guide to orient their flight back to the hive and can detect the sun's position even on cloudy days using polarized light from the sky. Additionally, bees are capable of recognizing and remembering visual landmarks, such as trees, buildings, and terrain features, which assist in navigation and locating the hive. This precise sense of direction is essential for bees, ensuring they can return to the hive after long foraging flights and maximizing food collection efficiency. 36. Straight-line flight. After identifying a new food source, worker bees are able to fly straight back to the hive, an impressive skill given the complexity of their foraging routes. This flight efficiency reduces the time and energy expenditure needed to return to the hive, helping bees maximize their productivity. By flying in a straight line, They also minimize exposure to predators and adverse weather conditions. The ability to fly directly to the hive is facilitated by a highly developed internal navigation system that allows bees to maintain a precise trajectory even over long distances. 37. Dwarf bees. Dwarf bees, such as stingless bees of the genus Tetragonula, are notable for their small size, measuring only about 2 millimeters in length. These bees are primarily found in regions of Asia and Australia, where they play a crucial role in pollinating local plants. Despite their small size, they are extremely efficient at collecting nectar and pollen. Their small stature allows them to access smaller flowers that other bees cannot, helping to maintain plant biodiversity in the regions where they live. 38. Queen's death. When a queen dies or becomes unproductive, worker bees have the ability to create a new queen to replace the old one. To do this, the workers select a young larva and feed it exclusively with royal jelly, a nutrient-rich substance produced by the bee's hypopharyngeal glands. This special diet transforms the common larva into a queen, a process known as queen rearing. Once matured, the new queen will undertake a nuptial flight to mate, ensuring the continuity of the colony. 39. Giant bees. Wallace's giant bee, Megachile pluto, is the largest bee species in the world, with an impressive wingspan of up to 6 centimeters. This species was rediscovered in Indonesia in 2019 after a long period without records. Giant bees are notable not only for their size, but also for their ability to pollinate large flowers that other bees cannot access. They play a vital role in pollinating plants in their natural habitat, contributing to the health and diversity of the local ecosystem. 40. Bees and climate. Bees are extremely sensitive to climate changes, and variations in temperature, humidity, and rainfall patterns can have a significant impact on their populations. Climate changes can affect the availability and quality of flowers, alter plant life cycles, and disrupt the timing between plant flowering and bee activity. Additionally, climate changes can affect the health of colonies, making them more susceptible to diseases and parasites. Therefore, preserving the climate is crucial for maintaining bee populations and efficient pollination. 41. The sound of buzzing. The characteristic buzzing sound of bees is generated by the rapid and continuous movement of their wings, which can beat up to 200 times per second. This buzzing is a direct result of wing vibrations and serves various functions, such as attracting other bees to the colony and signaling the presence of nearby flowers. Additionally, the sound of buzzing can have a deterrent effect on predators and may help bees communicate with each other when in areas with a high density of flowers. 42. Bee adoption. Some bee species, such as those of the genus Melipona, have the ability to adopt hives abandoned by other bees. These bees clean the old combs and repair any damage before taking over the site. This behavior not only provides a new home for the adopting bees, but also helps maintain the ecosystem by reusing structures that could otherwise be left to deteriorate. 43. Stingless bees. Some bee species, such as the Jatai bee, Tetragonisca angustula, do not have stingers and are therefore less aggressive than stinging bees. These bees are often kept in meliponiculture, a practice aimed at producing honey from stingless bees. Although less defensive, these bees are still very efficient pollinators and play a crucial role in pollinating a variety of plants. 44. Colony loss. Colony collapse disorder, CCD, is a complex and troubling phenomenon that has led to mass bee deaths worldwide. The causes of this condition are multifaceted and include pesticide use, diseases, parasites such as the varroa mite, and climate change. CCD poses a significant threat to global food security as it affects bees' ability to pollinate essential crops. Understanding and mitigating CCD are crucial for protecting bee populations and, consequently, agricultural production. 45. Bee conservation. Conserving bee populations is crucial for ecosystem health and food security. Some actions that can help include planting a variety of flowers that provide nectar and pollen throughout the year, reducing pesticide use in gardens and agricultural areas, and supporting sustainable beekeeping practices. Creating bee-friendly environments, such as gardens and green roofs, and raising awareness about the importance of bees are important steps to ensure the survival of these essential pollinators. Throughout this video, we explore the incredible complexity of bees and the vital role they play in our ecosystems and food production. These small creatures are true guardians of biodiversity, and their survival is closely linked to ours. However, bees face alarming challenges that threaten their populations, and it is our responsibility to act to ensure their future. Whether by planting flowers, avoiding pesticides, or supporting sustainable beekeeping, each of us can contribute to the preservation of bees. After all, by protecting bees, we are also protecting our own survival and the balance of nature. Together, we can make a difference.